All right, we'll just start off. Tess, why don't you go ahead and just give us your thoughts? Home opener this weekend. How excited are you to be playing Bay FC's first ever game at PayPal Park?
Yeah, I think the group is buzzing. There's not many opportunities where you get to make history. So tomorrow we get to make history, which is really exciting. We had like our founders here today and a lot of our owners, and I think everyone has just been, obviously we've already had two matches, but this is a moment that we've been waiting for, I mean, 9 months now for a lot of people. So we are all just so excited.
Cool. We'll go into questions. We'll start off with Marissa. Go ahead, Marissa.
Hey Tess, thanks for doing this. Um, just wanted to ask you after two games, how do you feel like the connection between the midfielders and forwards is? And did you notice a significant difference in chemistry between game one and game two?
Yeah, I mean, I think the relationships and chemistry is just building with each week, which is obviously what you want. I think, from LA to DC, obviously LA, I think we spoke about in a few different interviews. It was really our first time playing together as a starting group. A lot of our internationals hadn't joined us until late into preseason. So it was almost like a first preseason match for all of us. And it definitely showed. We were excited to get the win, but not necessarily in the way we wanted to. And then following that, against DC, it was such an improvement, not the result we wanted. So kind of like an opposite reaction there. But I think we're still building. And I think with every game day, we're getting better and better on those connections. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like tomorrow.
Do you have a follow-up, Marissa?
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to also ask what's it been like to practice with Rachel and what does she look like out there in practice too?
Yeah, so we've got two Rachels. So we're calling Rachel, what is her last name?
Kundananji.
Kundananji Rudy. So she has been phenomenal. She brings such a positive energy and a great work rate. She obviously showed up a little bit coming off of a knock, so it took her a little bit of time to come back and start training. But now that she's, fully in, it's just exciting. And we're all, stoked to see, can she provide something this weekend, if not this weekend, down the future. But yeah, she's awesome. Great energy, great person, and excited.
All right, we'll go to Dustin. Go ahead, Dustin.
Hi there. I just got back from the stadium. Your team store truck is out front. Fans are lined up during a work day in the pouring down rain. They've packed watch parties before this, and of course, the game is sold out. What are your thoughts on just these fans and the excitement of them and, the excitement to play for them?
Honestly, like it blows my mind. And everyone told me when I first moved here that Bay Area fans are just different. And I think at first that's kind of like, okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. But I get it now. Like the fact that we have fans that have been this bought in when, I mean, we didn't even really have our group together until like 2 months ago, and people were already repping gear. The first time I landed in the city, I saw someone wearing our gear, just a random person walking around the airport. And I was like, we only have 11 signed players. Like, that's nuts. So I think that this is going to be a surreal moment tomorrow. And I'm really excited for us to finally get face to face with a lot of the fans. I think we've been engaging over social media. They obviously had the watch parties the last two matches, but tomorrow we're just excited to like really have that in-person engagement with them because they have been already so phenomenal.
Do we have any other questions for Tess? If you have a question for Tess, use the raise your hand function. All right, we'll go to Sarah. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hey Jess, Sarah Ash here from SB Nation. Thanks so much for doing this. You spoke to the connection on the field. I'm curious just to ask you about the gelling of the team. Obviously, it's been kind of like a long but short in many ways run up in the preseason with a brand new team. And how has the season starting really helped the team kind of come together with all the internationals coming in and knowing that this is your group?
Yeah, it's definitely been a slow build, like we kind of talked about. In preseason, we had a lot of opportunities to get away, and we spent 3 weeks down in Santa Barbara and then a week in Palm Springs. And I think those were super great just to kind of start building that core group. And I think once you kind of have that core set, it's easier to add. So as the internationals have come, they've just blended right in and gelled really well, but also helped to provide kind of their different cultural differences for some of the internationals or just personality differences. And yeah, I think the off field is something that is so important. And we're, Albertine, I think, understands that. And we actively do things to help build on that.
Sarah, do you have a follow-up?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much. Good luck. We'll see you on
Thank you.
Saturday.
Any last questions for Tess? All right. I think that is it for questions for Tess. So we appreciate your time. All right. Thanks everyone for sticking around and joining us. We've got Coach Montoya here. Coach, first ever home game for Bay FC at PayPal Park. How are you feeling?
Incredibly excited for the players. What an opportunity to play in front of a sold-out crowd. It's been a long time since we had a Bay Area team, and now we get to go and play in front of 18,000. So team's excited, we're ready, and we just want to continue improving from game to game.
All right. We if you got a question for Coach, raise your hand. All right, we'll go to Stumptown Footy. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Coach. Thank you for your